Rare breed Rampage. Roy says fox attacks are on the up as the rabbit numbers fall. Plus, what a drag. Paul Chafing Childerley conducts a clothing destruction test. And if any of it survives, you can win some. We have news, we have hunting YouTube. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain. Castle milk morit may sound like a nasty infection, but in fact it is this rare breed of sheep. They are lambing, and the foxes know it. So, who are you going to call? Roy Lupton, who has a theory why the foxes are hitting lambs harder than ever in his part of Kent.
Where we've seen such a decline in our rabbit population down in the southeast, and I know other people across the country have seen it as well, it's leaving the foxes with less natural quarry about, less natural food. In areas like this, where you've got quite a high population of foxes this time of year, when potentially they're going to be looking to feed cubs and the call for food is a lot greater, the strain on them is a lot greater, there's just not the rabbit population about. So I think that's why we're seeing more of an issue with lamb predation, and it's something that I think we're going to see increasing.
On a different note, Roy would like to make an appeal on behalf of his single friend Dom.
I'm going to start off shooting tonight, so Dom is going to be driving. In the process of mentioning Dom, I just have to say that he has just come available onto the market. He's young, free and single, fancy free, footloose, prime cut of English beef, good old Kentish boy. Into football, unfortunately, but he's also into his country pursuits as well. So if there's any young country lasses out there looking for a fine figure of a young hunky gentleman, you will find his you will find his profile on Muddy Matches. You coming for a show? No?
I'll get it later.
As 92% of our audience is male, we are crossing all our fingers and toes on that one, but we'll keep you posted. Back to foxing, and we have a customer who must have seen Dom's Muddy Matches profile. It's off.
Alright, go down. Left. There's a fox there. Where'd it go? Go right a bit. There. You want it, David? Huh? Yeah, it's down. You there, David? Okay, let's go and pick them up. It was, wasn't it?
Two foxes in 5 minutes, and the predator pressure is immediately off the unborn lambs.
Oh, there's a few ticks on them as well. Ooh. Blimey, we have got a few ticks going on. Oh well, that worked out quite well. So we pulled into the field and started squeaking, but before we started squeaking we had seen a flash of eyes over to our right, but the fox just disappeared. So started squeaking, and then a fox disappeared from our left coming down, and I think it had come in behind us, made us, and then started bolting to our left down, and they're right in the fields where they've been predating on the lambs. So it's got to be the pair that have been working them. The one that came down the field here, shot it, span around a little bit, it went a few yards and then dropped, and then carried on squeaking. And I think the one that we originally sighted when we pulled in that disappeared came along in front of us and just followed the tree line along, but as soon as the lamp went on it, it just carried on moving, and it came down to the thick part of the copse here, and just came out a little bit, just to see, just a little bit of an inquisitive look. And again, I just changed up to the squeak a little bit. So we started off with the little harmonica call from Best Fox Call, and then went on to the silver fox after that. And the silver fox just turned it enough and just pulled it out a couple of yards out of the thicket that we got the shot on that one. And hopefully that's going to put pay to the end of the lambs for this season. And again, I mean, they would have been causing absolute havoc with the deer fawns in a few weeks' time. So, no, very pleased with that. We're just going to have a look over the other side and just see if we can pick up another one or two, because again, I mean, somewhere like this, it is prime habitat, especially when you've got lambing going on. They pick up the smell of the afterbirth and they'll just move in. So we'll get the other side of the estate, and fingers crossed we might be able to pick up another one or two, and that should just get us through to the end of lambing season. Hang on, Tommy, where are you going, Dom? Right, this is prime. Hang on a second. No, what's up, mate?
Prime beef.
This is
more
prime.
like a rack of ribs.
You're a little bit skinny.
Crossing to the other side of the estate, caution is king. Last time Mr. Lupton said, "It's fine," it wasn't, and we were axle deep for many hours.
Unfortunately, we can't get to the rest of the estate. It's incredibly wet. We've just almost sunk. So
what happened last time we tried that?
yeah, then let's not. Yeah, we won't reminisce.
I'll find the footage.
So I'm going to hand the rifle over to Ding Dong Dom, and he's going to carry on. There you go, Marco.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Remember to smile. The ladies are looking.
The last spot of the evening gives Dom a nice, close shot.
We didn't have much of a distance to shoot at, so we knew that it was going to be very fast and furious if anything did come in, and you're going to have to be quick, because the fox, when it appeared, was probably only about 60-70 yards away. So Dom had to be quite sharp on his shooting there. So again, ladies, very good shot. He's absolutely phenomenal, just top man. So all joking aside, that came in absolutely perfectly. I don't know if it was a dog or a vixen, so Dom's just going to run over there and pick it up, and hopefully we're going to be able to reverse out, because I did stop and decided to call because we couldn't get any further in the truck. So fingers crossed we won't be stuck here for the rest of the night.
It's a sick-looking animal.
Interestingly enough, that fox was absolutely riddled with mange. Just one of those unfortunate things. And foxes do suffer from mange all across the board, not just in an urban environment. When you've got high densities anywhere, then mange can become rife. So again, it's in cases like that, you are doing them a bit of a favour and putting them out of their misery.
Not all foxes are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but Dom is. Thank you, Roy, and good luck, Dom. Now from muddy matches to dirty players, it's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump.
This is Fieldsports Channel News. Scottish Natural Heritage is at last to sanction a raven cull. Raven numbers have exploded in recent years, and they're damaging populations of waders, grouse and starving ravens are attacking sheep, as in this film posted on Facebook from Scotland. SNH is allowing a cull of just 60 ravens in Perthshire. The RSPB is attacking the organisation for the move. It admits it shoots foxes to help waders, and it admits that the raven cull will also help waders, but it is furious that the cull will help grouse populations on shooting estates. The UK government plans a new layer of bureaucracy for gun licensing. The Home Office may be about to attempt to force gun owners to pay their GPs for filling out an initial medical records check and adding a marker to medical records. This is likely to be accompanied by a change in guidance to the police, making it a requirement that an applicant's GP responds before a licence is issued. A group of British and American anti-hunting organisations have released a report on how to tackle wildlife crime in the UK. Citing figures from 2016, it is another attack on shoots and gamekeepers and fails to acknowledge that gamekeepers are the UK's wildlife crime fighters. To read it as a PDF, go to bit.ly/anti-report. A huntmaster convicted of intimidating an ante has won his appeal against the conviction for harassment. An ante called Raoul de Mont, who also uses the name Alfie Moon, kidnapped a hound from the Crawley and Horsham hunt and held it in the back of a car. Master and huntsman Kim Richardson tried to get it back. Represented by Basque chairman Peter Glenser QC, he was cleared on appeal at Lewis Crown Court. The police and prosecutors wasted hundreds of thousands of pounds of taxpayers' money bringing a case against him, and he is now considering suing the CPS. And finally, you can win kit from Harkilo worth £500 by entering their Summer Snap competition. Held in association with the Countryside Alliance, the theme is all creatures great and small. To enter a photo of a creature, go to bit.ly/HarkiloComp and fill out the form. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.
Thank you, David. Now an invitation. Last year, German gunmakers Blaser, Mauser, Sauer and optics company Minox got together and held free range days at the Braces of Bristol range just south of Bristol. Well, they're doing it again, and it's from the 8th to the 10th of June. You can choose a day at bit.ly/Braces Day. And if you want to know more about what the day involves, you can click on the I symbol top right and follow the links to watch the film about last year's event. The Germans are paying for all the ammunition. Isn't that marvellous? Next up, hunters rely on good kit. Well, it was up to Paul, danger is my middle name, Childerley, to accept the invitation from Shooterking to see if their Vanuatu jacket is up to the job.
Well, today we're testing Shooterking clothing. Don't try this at home. Oh. We're going to do lots of different stuff to put it through its paces. But this one is just for fun. Right, in this test we're going to show the strength of Cordura, which Shooterking clothing is made of, which is second only to Kevlar. This is going to hurt, but like I said before, don't try this at home. Okay!
How was that?
That's good. Stone therapy. Amazing. That is amazing. I thought I heard it rip, but it obviously didn't. Stitching's still there. Pass the test. The drag test. Oh no! I've got my pod bike stuck in a pond. And I've got only a short piece of rope. So we need something to fill the gap. Ding! My trusty Shooterking coat. So this stitching is also made of Cordura, so it's incredibly strong. It's also used in boot manufacturing. But is it strong enough to take the strain? Don't tow this at home. No strain, no gain. Mission accomplished. Now back for a washdown and have a look at the product. See how it fares up. Well, we put the clothing through lots of tests today. This is the larder where we do all the deer, and there's one test we haven't done, and that's water. So hopefully this will work. Hose away! So if you haven't already worked it out, we had a stunt double, and here he is, Steve, Shooterking Steve. We've done lots of tests, dragging up the rough track. We've been up and down this road 3 or 4 times, over cattle grids. We'll have a look at it later on, see what the damage is, or no damage hopefully. Then we went on to using it as a tow rope. You know, it was a quad bike, it was in water, it was up a bank, so the pressure was on the back of the coat, quite across the shoulders of the coat. Obviously, the front's reasonably clean, but look at the back. You know, grind right in, right up through. We left the zips open, so the zips get maximum wear. And the one thing we haven't done yet is water. This clothing tested to 10,000 pounds of pressure, known as 10,000 hygroscopic. Under that pressure, it will not leak for 24 hours. Now it's clean. We can see if there's any cuts or marks on the back here. There's a few scrapes, but clearly it hasn't gone through, nowhere near, just literally just a little scrape. The stitching on the back is all fine. No problem with that at all. On the back here, we took a lot of pressure as we were going along the roadway. That's all clean. Even the stitching itself is not frayed at all. Still dry all the way through here. All the seams. It's an important bit at the back, the shoulders, body seam. Just in case you think it's not been tested enough, we've seen if anything will rub through. No, you can see, dry the bone. And that's where it's taken most of the impact. So dragging it with the weight on top of it, they snapped a bit of the stitching on the outside here, but as you can see, full pull, there's you know, the clothing's still not coming apart. So obviously it's the internal stitching, it's holding it together well. There's a bit of a graze through the middle there, where when we're probably dragging up the road. So trousers, obviously trickled down the back where we were pressure washing the pockets to get these zips clean. Obviously they were caked in sand. There's all sand and grit in the pockets. Yeah, we left them open on purpose, basically just to show that. Oh, look in here. Great. Yeah, so he's obviously a gold miner, sieving through to find some gold. Yeah, just to show that the zips, you know, still work after they've been scraped on the road, run through gravel and sand. There's a bit of wear there, obviously where it's been absolutely scraped on, but what do you expect? It's a pair of trousers on a rough track, going 50 miles an hour. Don't need convincing, the stuff works, good value for money, look out.
Thank you, Paul, never a man who shies away from doing his own stunts. Now, if you want to win a Shooterking Vanuatu jacket, all you have to do is put Shooterking Vanuatu in the comments below this film, you know the drill, or you can do it on this film's page on our Facebook page, or you can do it on Shooterking's Facebook page. Anyway, all of them will be put together into my peculiar spreadsheet, and I'll choose a winner in a couple of weeks' time. Next week I'll be choosing winners from lots of recent competitions, including the Anyone But David competition. Thank you for your entries there. Now from fashion faux pas to, well, the wider world of hunting and shooting on YouTube. It is Hunting YouTube. This is Hunting YouTube, which aims to show the best hunting and shooting videos that YouTube has to offer. Christopher Clausen has posted the film of him knocking over 5 boars in a few seconds. I was there that day. It was the Zeiss media hunt at Laubach Castle in Germany in December, and this amazing footage is on a film on his own pay channel Clausen TV. Ahmet Kalagasioglu is one of the world's top hunting YouTubers, currently ranked in the European top 30. This is part 1 of 3 films he has made about driven wild boar in his native Turkey. John Bailey sends me a steady stalk in on a roebuck. Rob Crampton and Liam Marsh stalk a buck in glorious weather in Yorkshire, and Rob takes it off sticks from his own company, Best Fox Call. A short, sharp shot from the excellent Muntjac Hunters group on Facebook, also to be found here on YouTube. Much relief from Peter Meek as he takes a munty buck at the end of a ride. Another speedy film, Nigel Humphreys uploads the moment when you know the fox is running but you can't find it in the scope. Eventually he does, he shouts, and it makes the mistake of stopping. In the US, the turkey season is underway, and there are several shows dedicated to the sport. This week's episode of Scoutlook's Eastern Strut is on Kentucky public land, and then the western edge of the eastern wild turkeys range in Kansas, where Josh Dahlke and Mike Matley put together a winning strategy on 2 henned-up longbeards. And who wouldn't want to be one of those? Jani Salmi is goose shooting over decoys in the south of Finland. This is US-style decoy and shoot 'em for clients. And finally, okay, 15 minutes of a bloke talking in Russian is not great for me. I don't speak Russian, but I can scroll, and at the end of this film is a short sequence showing that Russians shoot woodcock just like us, and they have trouble with their dogs just like us. Drop it, Ira. Dead, dead. I reckon even I can translate that. That's it for this week. I've put all these films into a playlist for you. Click on the I symbol top right or check this film's description. If you have a YouTube film you would like us to pop into the weekly top 8, email me the link, charlie@fieldsportschannel.tv. Well, that is it for this week. If you haven't done so already, please pop over to our website, fieldsportschannel.tv. You can click to like us there on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can pop your email address into our constant contact page. That's on our register page. Or you can buy shares at fieldsportschannel.tv/shares. All in all, you can watch our show, Field Sports Britain, at 7 p.m. UK time every Wednesday. And this has been Field Sports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing. Bit wet, isn't it? And goodbye.